Vicki McNeely. I'm the Executive Director of Southeast Nebraska Community Action. I'd like to welcome you all here to our media event celebrating the completion of our 300th home using American Recovery and Reinvestment Act weatherization funds. This event is also helping our agency celebrate May as National Community Action Month. During May, we celebrate success stories and raise awareness for community action programs and services provided to economically challenged individuals and families. I want to extend a special welcome to Ginger Wilson, Director of the Nebraska Energy Office, Julie Hendricks, who is the Weatherization Assistance Program and State Energy Program Division Chief at the Energy Office. Jennifer Drybelbus is here. She is the Community Services Block Grant Program Specialist for the State of Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. And please don't tell me if I've got your titles wrong. Some of you have a mouthful. Roger Furr is here. He's the Executive Director for Community Action in Nebraska. Okay. And then also we have Bob Curry, who is our agency's Southeast Nebraska Community Action Board Chairman here with us. And then we have two other board members who are gracious enough to join us too, Lori Heavner and Karen Fridgley. I want to give out a special thank you to our homeowner, Kathleen Neumeister, for allowing us to be here today and graciously agreeing to participate in this event and allowing us to take over your front yard. Today we're going to hear a few words from Rick and Kathy, Ginger, and Roger. So now I'd like to introduce Rick Adams. He's our housing director at Southeast Nebraska Community Action. Rick has done a great job with our weatherization program. Through his efforts and the efforts of the entire weatherization team, they've turned our program into one of the best in the entire state. I'm very proud of them and the work they've done and the work they've done to make our program so successful.
All right, thank you, Vicki. I've got a few thank yous to say here first thing this morning. First of all, thank you, Kathy, for working with us over the last few weeks. I know your schedule is hectic, you're gone all the time, and we appreciate you and your mom being here and opening the house up so we can get this work done and get everything done on time. So thank you very much for helping us out on that. I'd like to thank Vicki and all the admin staff for the support through this whole ARRA project, or the beginning of ARRA, because we're a completely different little bug than we were 3.5 years ago, so thank you very much. The State Energy Office, Julie, Ginger, I really want to extend a thank you to you guys. The support of you and your staff and the monitors with the help of teaching and our staff, it really helped out a lot. I'd like to say thank you to the Central Community College trainers, with all the hard work they've done with the training, all the weatherization staff. Throughout that process, you kind of see the evolution and some of the things that they were training our staff with, all the questions and ideas that would come up after we attend those trainings. So thank you to those guys. I'd like to say thank you to all of the vendors and the contractors that have been working with us through the ARRA. Some of the vendors have really got their arms out and helped us with some pricing to make it affordable through the program to get some of these things done. I know there's not anybody here today, but you know, we still want to send that thank you out. Thank you to the SENCA board members. Thank you all for coming today and supporting us through the whole ARRA project. Susan Phillips, thank you for getting this whole thing organized and helping us on this press release. And last but not least, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all the staff in the weatherization department. I can stand up here and get all the credit for this, but there's absolutely no way that this could happen without all of you guys and the hard work, the hard grind that you've been through over the last 1.5 years, especially. Coming in when Rick's grumpy in the morning and listen to me gripe about things. I really appreciate all the work you guys have done. I just wanted to hit on kind of how how the ARRA went for us. When we first started this and we got notification that we were going to get this huge amount of money, we kind of scratched our heads, and these numbers can be right. You know, and we did some planning, Max, Vicki, and I, and we sat down, we threw some numbers together, and you know, the whole idea at the beginning with the stimulus was to create jobs and weatherize homes and save people energy. And so we kind of looked at that, and We were a contractor weatherization program at the time, and we decided that we would try to bring in crews in-house to provide jobs and be able to control costs more to be able to use those funds and stretch them farther. And so it's been an interesting, very stressful, hard 3 years, but I think that over the last year for sure that it's all kind of come together and we've seen the success, and it's all because of the team that we have together now. Our original goal in the beginning was 242 houses, and the original contract was through March of 2012, and we actually completed that contract a month earlier with 290 houses. So we exceeded our original goal by around 48, 45 houses. So that's kind of how this whole thing has went. We did get an extension from the state and some additional funding, so we're hoping to weatherize another 70 homes between now and the end of October with the ARRA funding. We're going to hit it hard this summer and try to be done with that before the deadline. So that's really all I have. I just kind of want to let everybody know an update too. What we're going to work on this summer, this spring and this summer, is locating and finding new funding sources so we can keep these programs around, and starting fee-for-service work to where we can maybe supplement with the funding that we got because of the cuts that we're seeing at the federal level. That's all I have now. I'd like to introduce Kathy Newmeister, our 300th client, and Kathy's going to say a few things.
Whoops. There you go, dear.
Hi, my name is Kathy.
Hold it up a little. Hold it up a little closer.
Hello, my name is Kathy Newmeister, and I'm very thankful for all of you and everything that you have done. Because of the funding that you guys did, we were able to receive windows and doors in my home. Something I would never be able to provide for my children. I've lived in this home for 4 years now, and we have lots of leaks, and we have lots of windows that we couldn't even open to get air flow through our home. And now we can open the windows, we can enjoy it. It's so wonderful, it's amazing to stand in there and see and hear and feel the difference. Like, it's crazy. We haven't had any cold weather. Just the difference in how the house feels is amazing. And I want to thank you all so much for everything you did. The guys that came out every day and worked in the house. You are all wonderful. My mom had a lot to do with this. I work 6 days a week, so I couldn't be here very much. But she'd come down all the time and sit here with the guys. Brenda, you are wonderful.
Well, I also want to say thank you. I have a lot of thank yous that I need to get out. I want to thank SENCA for inviting the Nebraska Energy Office to be here. It is really, really wonderful to actually see the effects that our program has and to put a face and a name and a house on the hard work that this entire team has accomplished. 3 years ago, the Nebraska Energy Office asked its partners, the community action agencies in the state of Nebraska, to undertake a massive expansion of the low-income weatherization assistance program. Today, I really do want to recognize the efforts that Southeast Nebraska Community Action Council and all of the team that's here, who have met that challenge, who have exceeded that challenge, and who have done it with the utmost level of professionalism and quality in everything that they've done. as we celebrate the weatherization services of the 300th house by SENCA through the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, I want to let Nebraskans know that this local organization more than met their original goal of 242 houses. We are more than pleased by this achievement, and by doing the right things and making the right choices, SENCA crew and their contractors have been able to weatherize additional homes and serve more people. SENCA is one of the 9 organizations that provide weatherization services across the state of Nebraska, and collectively, at the end of March of this year, Nebraska surpassed its original goal of weatherizing 4,000 homes. The SENCA weatherization team has worked diligently to hire and train staff to meet challenges encountered and strive to continue to reach their production goals as well as their training needs. In 2009, SENCA Weatherization Director Rick Adams told the Nebraska Energy Office that his goal was not just to meet the agency production, but to exceed it. Rick wanted each home to be completed with the highest level of professionalism, the highest level of quality of work, and the highest level of satisfaction for the clients that they serve. So I really want to thank Rick Adams, his entire team, Vicki, Susan, and so many of the SENCA staff. And I'd also like to thank their former director, Max Winslow, for having the leadership and the ability to not only accomplish this goal, but to achieve it. So I am proud to stand here to say to SENCA, mission accomplished. Today, the network of agencies has weatherized over 4,000 homes, 4,243 to be exact. More importantly, these agencies were able to accomplish this goal using their resources in the most efficient ways. Because of the exceptional statewide effort, Nebraska has received approval from the United States Department of Energy to maintain and repurpose the $11 million to seek additional homes for weatherization services that will be continued for the next 18 months. We hope that will produce over 1,000 more homes weatherized. What that means for SENCA and what that means for the Nebraskans in the communities in which they serve, more people will be able to receive these weatherization services. Things like windows and doors and insulation. Those types of things that Kathy mentioned that make her home more comfortable, more enjoyable, and most importantly, more efficient, which means that her energy bills will be reduced. So I hope the residents in this area and across the state understand the importance of this program. The fact that we are using less energy, we're providing efficient resources with the dollars that we are appropriated to meet the needs for the people so utility bills can be reduced and comfort can be increased. The Nebraska Energy Office has established weatherization training centers across the state that provide great opportunities for training. This training helps local staff as well as their team of contractors to learn and improve the construction industry. We develop new techniques and embrace new technologies that allow our funding dollars to go even further. So in closing, again, I want to appreciate and thank the fact that we are invited here today to celebrate this magnificent achievement. And I look forward to the 400th home that SENCA weatherizes. Thank you.
Thanks for reassuring me that I'm not the only one that relies on me. My name is Roger Furr, and I'm the Executive Director of Community Action of Nebraska. We are the network of the 9 independent community action agencies that serve all 93 counties in Nebraska plus 4 in Kansas. They're all overachievers. I want to congratulate the weatherization team and SENCA in this milestone of weatherizing the 300th house under the Recovery Act. How many other places can you think of that deliver more than they promised? It's a rare commodity these days, so I appreciate it. Community action agencies were created by President Johnson under the Economic Opportunity Act of 1964 and given the lofty goal of eliminating the causes and conditions of poverty in the United States. Programs such as this epitomize the work of the 1,000 community action agencies nationwide as they try to fulfill President Johnson's dream. By eliminating the conditions that make a hardworking mother work 6 days a week just to try to meet the goals of paying off her utility bills, by providing high school students with the budgeting skills that will lead them into adulthood and be productive citizens, by providing low-income preschoolers with the skills to excel in school and be able to be productive adults. SENCA and the other community action agencies in the state are helping to create thriving citizens and building the foundations for the future growth of our communities so that they thrive and continue all across the state. In 2011, the 9 agencies combined served over 114,000 unduplicated Nebraskans, representing 38,000 families. This included 1,457 Nebraskans receiving services so that they were able to obtain or improve their job situation. 1,334 obtained self and affordable housing that did not have housing before. Emergency services provided 28,000 persons with emergency food supplies, 9,000 persons with heating and utility assistance, and over 7,000 persons got assistance in filing their taxes. We just learned this week that in collaboration with other nonprofit agencies in the state of Nebraska, the community action agencies and those other nonprofits helped bring in more than $11 million in tax refunds for low-income families. All of that money came back into communities like Avoca, came back into the gas stations and the grocery stores across the state, and helped benefit all of our communities. So in closing, I just want to thank the exemplary team here and their hard work for surpassing your goals and for caring about the communities and helping them grow and thrive. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Cookies.
We have tea and cookies over here along the side. Kind of, we thought it was out of the wind, but not so much. But help yourselves and visit and mill around. That's it for today with our press release, a press conference. Thank you for coming.